Okay, happy Friday, everyone. I hope that you guys are having a good day so far. Let me know if you guys can all hear me, see me all good. André should be on in a second, and then yeah, let's have a good stream. Let's get André the link over like that. There you go. Perfect. So yeah, as I said, markets have been soaring with the market open on the next 9 minutes, but ES is trading well above previous day's highs. And yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be stopping at all right now. So that previous day's range report would be in play. The other two things that could possibly be interesting is that gap fill and outside days report, but that would be fading momentum right now. The DAX has just had a 400-point rally to the high side. So yeah, perfect. What's up, Brogues? Steve? Yeah, morning. Maximus? Maybe, yeah. So yeah, I mean, markets have been one way direction to the high side right now. I think on the NASDAQ, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be the 10th bullish day in a row if we do close green today as well. So yeah, it's been proper, just one way traffic to the high side.
Yo,
what's up, Andre?
sorry, I was just. How's my audio? How's the recording?
Recording all good. Audio all good. So,
dude,
I know it's just
we're
been
moving.
Yeah,
we are moving.
Yeah, you close your eyes and buy in this type of market.
Dude, how about that meta?
Yeah.
680 something. 680 right now.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just, as I said, it's just been like one-way traffic to the high side. Yeah, 680 on Meta. That's crazy. And did you see Netflix as well? Netflix is down pre-market 9%.
Yeah, I saw that. They had earnings yesterday.
Yeah, so that's interesting. But yeah, NQ and ES back at all-time highs. Wimes hasn't hit all-time highs yet, actually. Wimes still actually lagging a little bit. Wimes down 2.5% of all-time highs. But yeah, I'm interested.
Sachs is dragging it down, bro.
I was interested to see what your thoughts are this morning, because obviously, I mean, it's like one-way traffic, but yeah.
Let me pull up my screen 1 sec.
Look what I got for the States, by the way. Check this.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
it's gonna be sick.
We'll have a few, and I'm gonna actually set up on the tripod while I'm trading. You can do like time lapses and stuff like that, which is pretty
awesome.
Cool.
So, to be honest, coming from
dude,
an intraday,
it looks like a meme coin, bro. Just
dude,
going
it's
straight up.
Unbelievable. To be honest, coming from a very inherently short bias intraday trader, I think that this is going to go a little bit higher. This run, this overall like high time frame run, is going to go a little bit more than we think. And I think that there's going to be like a pretty nasty pullback that happens, but I don't think today is going to be the day.
Yeah.
It could be, but I think that now everyone is getting excited. And now as more people get excited, they're going to pile in. And when they pile in, they're going to get the FOMO of the run. Like, how many people do you think had FOMO when, let's just say, NQ, for example, most people would be buying QQQ or SPY or whatever for their like longer term portfolios. But 23K goes from 23 to 24. No big deal. 24 to 25. Okay, that kind of sucks. 25 to 26. All right, now you're getting FOMO if you haven't been buying. If you're waiting for something like this to happen.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for something like this, and it just keeps doing this, you start to get FOMO. At what point does everyone start to flip and say, now I'm going to buy? And when that happens, I don't know if we're there yet, but when that happens, I think that there is going to be a pretty nasty one of these, which is going to be awesome to trade.
Yeah, if you go back to, I think it was November 20th or 21st last year, Andre, we can go, let's go back to the
I just want to say, just quickly, update on Meta. By the way, guys, I've been talking about Meta for a really long time, since this earnings in October of last year. I've been posting updates on my Twitter about each of these areas of interest, specifically this one. And now I'm not saying it's going to go back to all-time highs now, because it does have a pretty long way to go, another 17% back to all-time highs. But yeah, Meta, like a very, very nice opportunity to be adding in during this whole period, this larger sell-off. Yeah. But ES or NQ November, James? Either?
Yeah, so it was, I've actually got it up here. Let me just show it up here. So it was NQ or ES, doesn't really matter, but I remember there was like a 3% from the top. So it was November 20th, Thursday. I remember that because I actually, I sold, bro, on the break of the opening range, and everyone's like, that's such a stupid trade and whatever. This just shows you that. So like yesterday, Zinc and I were trying to short. I was up like 30 points on NQ. I should have maybe been more aggressive on the short taking, but ended up cutting it. And then I found a long later on in the session, which has obviously put me up on the day. But from top to bottom on this day, it was 3.6%, 3.56%. And I think those are the days that you could get, we are going to get, particularly when we come off all-time highs, for sure. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime, at least soon. I think it's gonna be one of these days where you maybe stall around, and then you get the flush back down towards the next, like 25K on NQ or 26K, like that type of flush where you flush like 1,000 points in a day. But I don't think it's going to be in the next couple of trading days.
Yeah, neither do I. So
Bitcoin's up as well, so our things are operating there.
Zinc is probably happy.
Yeah.
If you look, now there are red candles here. Actually, no. Let's go to QQQ. Yeah, QQQ, there are red candles, but still 17. So this was a green day, or green day, green day, green day, green, green, green again. Even though this was a red candle, it closed above the previous day's close. Green, 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 green. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, or actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If today closes green, that will be 12 consecutive days. I actually don't know when the last time this happened was.
Yeah, I think Zinc was saying like 1970, something crazy like that.
Interesting. SPX, where are you? 1970?
Yeah. That's what it was, 71, something like that. He was mentioning on stream yesterday.
$71, actually?
Yeah, something like that.
The year that the US decoupled from the gold standard, you mean?
Something like that. That's what he was mentioning. Yeah. It's the last time it had like a run like this. I don't know if it's an amount of consecutive green days, but it was definitely like the amount, like in percentage wise, how it moved higher compared to that. Yeah. That's what he was. You would have to ask him again, but that's what he mentioned yesterday on stream. I'd have to. Yeah.
Also, look at how trash this is daily price action on SPX in the 70s. Look how trash these candles are. Yeah. Like, imagine trading this. This is a daily chart, but like, imagine, exactly, like that sucks.
So that's what he was mentioning yesterday on NQ for NQ, not ES though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just had the open, by the way. So,
let me pull that up. Okay. So just pulling up the dashboard on the ultimate reversal right now. We do have a very big gap up here. We have a very big gap up on ES and NQ. I mean, we could get the outside day. I'm going to open up edgeful now just to show you guys the what's in play. Again, I've been talking about the what's in play a lot recently. If you want A+ setups every day, you need to be looking at the edgeful what's in play. What is going on here?
Yeah, what's it? Is it not showing the what's in play right now?
No.
Yeah. Alec?
Yep. I already let him know. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so what do we see here? What do I see? I'm using the most, let me make this bigger. What are we seeing in the what's in play? Not much in terms of setups. This is super important. Outside day, so let's widen this a little bit. Outside days, not very strong in terms of actually getting that reversal. Gap fill, not strong at all. So that's why we use, so for anyone who's new, you go to the what's in play in your left sidebar, you use the most popular ES-NQ template. You can make your own templates if you want to include other reports or tickers. It's super easy to do that. You click save as new template, you can add whatever you want in here. But this automatically tells you what is worth looking at. We use a filter of 65%. There's not much that's actually setting up right now. So you want to be super patient here because obviously today's an anomaly day. The last time this environment happened was in the 70s. So really long time ago. So you want to be careful. So you want to be super patient today.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually saying I'm feeling a bit mentally drained, Andre. So I'm probably just going to be sitting playing very small today. Yeah, I've had the one red day in the last like 40 trading days on, when was it? Wednesday. And then got slightly green yesterday, but just going to be taking it a little bit, you don't have to trade every single day to make money doing this long term. So
I thank you here. One eye blue. Appreciate that.
There we go.
God, is something going on? Like, you can see me okay, right? Like, everything is loading so slow.
Yeah.
For some reason. Okay. So guys, I really want to highlight what James just said. He's like not feeling it today for whatever reason, not feeling sharp, not feeling in it. You don't trade on those days. That's super important. And the reason that you don't trade on those days is because you're more likely to make mistakes. And if you can identify the days where you're more likely to make a mistake or tilt or trade kind of like breaking your plan or whatever it is, you're going to save yourself a lot of money. If you are taking trades every single day, you are definitely taking setups that are not quality, like for sure, because there is not an A+ setup, an A or even a B+ setup that forms every day. So even if he does take a trade, he just mentioned that he'll use lighter size. Very important to identify that.
I agree. It's just been a lot happening off the desk as on my side. So on those days where that on the weeks like that, it's good to actually understand. Okay, cool. You're not 100% perfect. Let's not go on tilt. Give everything like 2 weeks of hard work back and keep yourself in the game.
Exactly. ES is definitely stronger than NQ right now. Well higher from previous day's high than NQ. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
So just to put back on this dashboard here, let me take some of these things off. Take that off. I'm going to take off the opening sizes.
Oil's down as well. Bitcoin above 76K. Oil's down 13% today. Back under 82.
Dude, get the gas prices back down.
Yeah. No, they'll leave it a bit for like another week, and then they'll readjust.
Yeah, it won't go back down to what it was before, but
yeah.
So I'm going to take off the percentage columns here. All right. So I'm actually going to remove distance to previous day's low. All right, so what I just did with my ultimate reversal setup indicator, anyone who has edgeful automatically gets this as part of your plan. But what I did was remove some of the columns in here. And I'm going to do that as well. So the ones that I have selected right now are gap fill opening size. I'm actually going to remove midnight open as well here. And what I'm looking at is, you know what, I'm just going to make this really simple. What did I do here? What did I do? I meant to do that. Okay. So ultimate reversal setup indicator, everyone who has edgeful has access. I'm looking and I want to know what is my distance to the previous day's high? What is my distance from the previous close, which is the gap fill? I want to be aware of how far we are from there. So we're right now, this will obviously update live on ES and NQ. 44 points from previous day's high, almost 60 points from previous day's close on ES. I'm not really interested in the shorts unless we get a confirmation to the downside. If I were to take longs right in this moment, which I'm not going to, but ES is definitely stronger, much closer to the overnight high, that Globex high. So we'll see what happens here.
Dude, even Robinhood is up from the lows 44%, and it's still off all-time highs. Still got another 60, 67, 68% to go. That bounced quite aggressively. That's got to do with that. Probably more traders going to be trading on their platform because of that pattern day trader rule.
Dude, they're going to make so much money because of that.
Yeah, of course.
So again, nothing in the what's in play. This means there's no A+ setups right now. Yesterday, I tweeted something about it. Maybe it was 2 days ago. Yeah, it was yesterday. The what's in play, A++++ shorts in the morning. Outside days, 100%. Outside days by size, by weekday, by size. Like it was the most no-brainer short to go for the ultimate reversal. Today, didn't set up. How do you know that every single day? You use the what's in play. You just literally have it up, have it on your screen somewhere, have it in a tab. It doesn't really matter. But getting in the habit of looking for your A+ setups using the what's in play is going to save you a lot of money because a lot of people right now are going to be jumping to the previous day's close using the outside day's report, but not necessarily looking at by size or not looking at by weekday, which are very critical. So the what's in play does it all for you.
I mean, we also ES is still sitting now above that daily VWAP as well. It's gonna be interesting to see what we do get though. If we can we go higher from here? Probably, but I don't.
Yeah, I think that we're going to be honest.
Why I'm sparking as well higher. The VIX is also down today, underneath 20.
I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah. So far, it's up 4%.
Dude, look at the daily chart on this. I mean, I'm happy it's going up. It might be your time to get out of it. But yeah, it's made a decent run, 30% off the lows. What are you targeting? You're just buying and holding?
Yeah, I'm just buying and holding. I haven't got a lot in there, bro. It's mainly the Mag 7 names. I did close a little bit of my Tesla position on that day. It was up 7%. So
I'm curious to see how price reacts here.
Yeah,
We
I trimmed
have
some at 395 on Tesla, and it was up at 397 at the max there. So
yeah.
on this run, and Nasdaq a little bit weaker than ES right now. Nasdaq,
Yeah.
but again, like from my perspective, Andre, like when you find when you're at a place where you realize you don't need to trade every single day to make money, it's actually I've actually had
It's the
some of my
most
best
peaceful
runs.
thing. It's the most
Yeah,
peaceful
it
thing, bro.
is. I've actually had some of my best runs when I'm like, listen, I actually don't need to trade today. And then you end up just scalping maybe a couple points and getting green.
Yep.
And then you just move on to the next day. And then you trade bigger size on the day that you're seeing it a little bit better.
Yep. I'm curious about this orb here. I'm kind of interested in looking for something like this, but a little bit nervous to take it just yet. You know what I wouldn't be surprised with? Something
I
like
move back down to that outside days report wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, dude, that's a bigger move. I wouldn't be surprised if we get something like this. Like exactly what happened yesterday, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where you get the move down and then it just rips for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat, are you looking at anything right now? Is there anything else? Stocks, options? What are we doing?
It's NVDA. NVDA is trading a little bit flat at the moment. Yeah, we had. So what's the catalyst for today's move? Yeah, so was that Strait of Hormuz, however you pronounce it, cleared for the duration of the ceasefire, something like that. Oh, it's financial juice.
Dude, you won't see it for another 2 days on there, bro.
Yeah. Yes, looking for stocks. Okay, so some guys looking at stock names. Yeah, one of those days where might be a little bit more quiet from the day trading perspective.
Yeah, maybe. I'm curious to see how. Dude, Meta 684. Oh my God.
There's no high impact news as well today.
Yeah, I checked that, which I'm happy about.
Michael Saylor posts this. That's funny. Okay.
What did he post?
Bitcoin and chill.
Dude, that guy's out of his mind.
He is pretty wild.
Out of his mind, honestly.
What's the percentage of the gap fill today? Let's have a look. What's the? I wouldn't say
not
it's
good,
too
dude.
high. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not good at all. It's very low. If you
Gap
go to
fill
the,
ES. Yeah, 71% on ES on NQ67.
but if you look at gap fill by size,
Wait, NQ?
33%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really
By
important.
weekday, yeah. Yeah, I agree. That is more important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Filtered out. Yeah. Yes. Gap fill by size. Gap fill by weekday. Gap fill by size. Yeah, 33%. And NQ gap fill by size is Wimes also 33% NQ. I'm trying to see. Yeah, NQ gap fill by size. Yeah,
Dude,
40%.
Meta is about to hit 690.
Yeah, that's wild. Here comes NVIDIA higher. NVIDIA taking. So we've had the opening range set. MSFT ripping. Yeah, so everything's green across the board. Financial Juice is basically a breaking news site. Yeah. But they can be quite slow in terms of, yeah, I use them for the breaking news. I don't use them for scheduled news, I must say.
Something's happening.
NQ. Look at that. NQ's. Whew.
I just tried the long at the midpoint of the orb. If it blows the low of the orb, I will get stopped out. But on NQ at 77.50. I'm happy to risk that 50 points on a quick move down. This is super high risk because that was a flash down, but I'm looking to catch that flash down, hoping for a very fast move up. I don't want to like sit in consolidation right now.
Sure.
But I wanted to try it.
Yeah, 650.
My stop is at the orb low.
Quite a big opening range as well.
Yep, and I'm about to get stopped out. Didn't get stopped out there.
Now it's bouncing.
Yep.
What's your entry on that on NQ?
77. I just added at 76. Looking for orb high. If it works, that'd be awesome, but we'll see. I'm targeting orb high here. I also have another order at 43 and then another one higher up at 773. I probably am not going to hold all the way up there depending on how quickly it gets there, but I do want to try to get this move up. Give me that orb high.
Yeah. It's NVIDIA doing, yeah, NVIDIA also trying to bounce. There you go. Should be getting that soon.
Give me that orb high. 719.
Jeez, look at that wick on that 5 minute.
Yeah, dude. I was hoping something like this was going to happen. That's why I took it. That was definitely higher risk, but about to get target hit, TP1. Come on, 719, 719. Oh my God.
Ah, jeez.
Oh my God, dude. It was one tick away.
That got you like
718.75.
Yeah. Should get there now. This little pump. There we go. There we go.
TP1, TP2 at 43, TP2 at 43 here. I'm moving my stop to break even now. TP2 is at 43, TP3 is at the 770.
Nice.
Give me 43. Give me 43. And by the way, the reason I wanted to go for 43 was because of this area right here. So looking at this zone here, but it is a pretty big move, honestly, that I'm going for. I'm actually going to close. I just closed I have one piece left looking for that 43 move. I do not want to go for a really big move right now. I'm up really nicely here. So if it reverses, it reverses, but my stop is now at 706. So I just closed at 19 at 32. It looks like it's pulling back here, but I'm not looking for, if this keeps going, that'd be awesome, but I'll trail my stops to maybe high of day, or I'll trail to see how it works. But my stop right now, my trailing stop is in profit by 30 points. So no matter what, I'm going to be good. I would love if we can get a decent pop here. ES holding the high. André trades better with a black t-shirt than a button-up. Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, I have white t-shirts, black t-shirts, and like 10 button-ups, and like that's literally it. So by the way, guys, on the way down, added, that was high risk, got almost stopped out, reversed directly back to my entry, added again. For the longs, targeting orb high, targeting the 40 area, I took off a chunk at 32, and I just got, trailing stop just got hit at 06 right there. So very solid trade for a quick, that ended up being 7 minutes to, 7 minutes for a solid trade there.
Yeah, now look at that, right back inside the orb.
Yeah. ES still looks nice on the long side. NQ is looking a little bit weaker, but
yeah, good trading, André. That's solid. Nice little scalp there.
Dude, I feel like in this market, scalping.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dare Maximus. I know that was quick, so some of you might have missed it. I don't know about how much the delay is on YouTube, but hopefully, again, this is not a signals stream. But to recap the trade here, let's recap the trade. We are in a generational, literally generational long run right now. 12 or 13 consecutive green days. So the trend is obviously bullish. What I was saying earlier pre-market was I think that we're going to get a little bit of a move higher before on the higher time frames. We're going to get something like this. So today I'm leaning bullish on the high time frames. Now we go to the what's in play, and I'm looking gap fill, which would be short bias today, terrible percentage. Outside days, terrible percentage. Outside days by size, terrible percentage. All of these reversal trades, which are showing up that are filtered out of the what's in play because they're not good setups, are short bias. So what that means for me is I'm looking for the longs. Initially, I'm looking for something long related, even though we're well into all-time highs, like in terms of the intraday chart, like not well, but like we've made a pretty good run.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for the longs. I did want it on ES, but I was looking at this on NQ. I was saying I want to enter at the midpoint of the orb, stop at the orb low, targeting the orb high. Flash down from close to the orb high, 30 points. I enter long at 77. It flushes down to probably, honestly, 4 or 5 points away from my stop. Immediately rips back up to the orb low. I add long. So I'm like, if this is going to rip, I want to be in here. Add long at the same spot, looking for the move higher. First TP was at 719, which is just before the orb high. Whenever I set a target, I always front run it by a couple points because I don't want to get stopped out by like a couple ticks or miss my target by a couple ticks. Take my first chunk off at 719. Now I'm looking for 743, which is in like I'm looking for zones, areas of resistance right over here earlier from the Globex high or partially the Globex high. I'm taking profits. My initial target was at 743. We start to stall out as we get to the 735s, well into this little area here. I close another chunk at 732. My final target was to go into the 770s, but I trailed my final stop, my final chunk at 706. Price came down, stopped me out at 706. Very solid trade in my opinion. This is like for me, for my trading style, like A+++, fast move to an area I want, immediate push back up from, in my opinion, for my trading style, for what I like to see, this is like A++. However, it did go into more drawdown than I wanted to, but this is a perfect example of why you can't have a 10-point stop on NQ. You just can't. You cannot have a 10-point or 20-point stop on NQ because you would have gotten torched on the longs here. Even with a 30-point stop, you would have gotten stopped out just for it to reverse in your favor. So a wider stop is usually going to save you. But I hope that made sense to you guys about why I took this trade and why I wasn't looking for the shorts to previous day's high and gap fill, because the what's in play is telling me that these are very bad trades today. So, and just so you guys know, by the way, the reason that the gap fill here says long is because the probability or the data showing that it's actually going to reverse to the short side is less than 50%. That's why the bias is long. If this was higher than 50%, this would say short, just so you guys know. That's how the logic here works. But because it's not a good setup, that's why it says bias long. Now I do see a question here. What's the template used for what's in play? I use most exact, yeah, that's, so right over here, what I'm looking at, what I was saying earlier is there's not much in here. So there's no A+ setups in here based on the reports. What it's actually telling you is that you don't want to be targeting these two areas right over here. So this, you don't want to be looking at this. That's where these are telling you, like yesterday, for example, this is what the what's in play template looked like. And I also use the most popular template. But you can see here, these all completed. ES 100%, ES 100%, outside days, gap fill, All of these were very high, short bias. So there's that.
My algo took the long, by the way, so we'll see if that works.
Honestly, I don't hate it. Like even as a discretionary trade, pull back into the orb, a move back above. If this holds again at the orb high, like I wouldn't hate it, honestly. I mean, yeah, we're ripping right now. Crazy thing is the structure on the Mag 7 is like not great, but ES does look nice for caught the long on YM. Nice, Mike.
Let's have a look what gold's actually doing today.
Yeah, pull up your screen.
Gold also up 2%. Back almost at 5K again. Look at that, oil down 13.5%. Wow. Yeah, nice trade, bro. That's solid. I don't know. I hope my algo ends up being a winner, but we'll see.
I think it will be, to be honest.
Someone's asking, will you enter a trade again, André, your side?
Oh, sorry, 1 sec.
Personally, I don't know about André, but I like to be, if I have not like a nice winning trade, I'll get done and I won't look to trade again on the day. NQ, your target would be back at those pre-market highs at 803 if you are in a long at the moment, personally.
Sorry, 1 sec.
50, 60 points higher. Nice, Mark. Good stuff. Took a meta nice preview so you can break through the hard day. Yeah. It's meta doing. Yeah, on that pullback off the opening range high. Yeah, it looks good. Do you still trade options as much, like on individual names, André, or not as much?
It depends. I do like to sell options, but in an environment where a headline can flip the market like that,
Yeah.
I like if the market's very quiet, for me, it's perfect.
Sure.
Because I don't like if I'm up. So the way that options selling works is pretty much like you buy some, like imagine, like the easiest way to explain it is think about an iPhone. The new iPhone comes out, it's $2,000. And you know that as time goes on and the new iPhones come out, the old ones, let's just say the iPhone 15, as the 16 comes out, the 15 is going to get less and less valuable. So once you know that at the time of the new one gets released, you know for a fact that the one before is going to be worth a lot less. So you theoretically, if you were to sell the iPhone right when it comes out, you know that that's theoretically like peak value. And then as time goes on, it will decay in value.
Sure.
But so that's one of the ways that you think about like options premium decay. Every option has an expiration. As you get closer to the expiration, the value of the option decreases. So you want to sell it when it's high, and then over time it'll go in your favor. Now the issue is if it goes against you, right? Like if price starts to go against you, then that's where you start to get very quickly, you go into like deep drawdown. And the risk management, I know for those of you who have watched this watched me explain this a bunch of times, the risk management with options trading is very key. Like, it's very, very important that you guys, for anyone who does trade options or sell options specifically, you cannot let your losers be 2 or 3 times as big as your winners. Because, and it can happen very easily, but the win rate is really high. Like, you can easily have like an 80% win rate or an 85% win rate when you sell options. God damn, dude, look at this.
Yeah.
You can have a very high win rate, but the risk, if you're not good with risk management, I would not recommend.
Yeah, it's just one way.
Also, something else, just relating to scalping and just being in this market environment where we have here like the continuation to the top side. It's tough for me. Like, my 770 target is like very likely going to get hit. That would be 92 points. For any of you who've been watching, we started doing this in September. I don't think I've gone for a 90-point move once since September. It's not my style. It's not the way that I like to trade. I would rather use more size and go for a smaller move than try to capture a bigger move, because the bigger moves are a lot harder to capture. Because how often do you see something like this? Right? How often do you see such a clean move like this? It's very rare. So what I like to do is go for a move like this. Now, 50 points, targeting 50 points, risking 50 points, I'm super happy doing that. 50, I always say 40 to 60 points is my sweet spot in terms of a target. Stop is between 40 and 50 points, typically. I don't really love to go above 50 points, but like I'm assuming that this is going to make a new high of day looking at the daily time frame. Like, I'm assuming this is going to hit 26,817. Like, ES is already well into the high of day, the daily high of day. NQ is there. Broke up above this zone that I have, consolidating here. Like, this is also not a terrible re-enter long opportunity. If it flushes back into this area and holds with a stop back inside the orb, and the stop here won't be nearly as big, like even if you have a 30-point stop here, falling well back into the orb, the thing is, the further up that it moves before it hits the entry, the less valid the trade becomes, in my opinion. So, just something to consider.
Yeah, I'm just watching now. Tesla also trying to bounce off the opening range low. NASDAQ, yeah, as I said, I think it could go back to those pre-market highs, 726,805, around about 800. Yeah.
Also, guys, wherever you're watching, please subscribe, follow, like the stream. It really helps us out. We try to give you guys valuable content, not like signals. We try to explain what we're doing, the trades that we're taking. So if you guys can do that, only if you guys think it's valuable. If you guys don't think it's valuable, then obviously don't do it. But if you guys think it's valuable, please subscribe, like the stream, follow us wherever you're watching. So yeah.
Yeah, here it goes.
Yeah, probably should have taken ES on that. To be honest, like, I was just looking at the NQ chart when this happened. ES was stronger. I was saying that before, because I probably would not have gotten stopped out. on ES, like my trailing stop.
Geez, yeah, ES broke that that high there, pre-market high.
Dude, look at that. Look at that comment.
Yeah. Look.
Thank you, air attackers. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Oh, true. ES would have taken me out. Beautiful. It's true. But yeah, there was a few times where this like flash happened and you just enter and it's high risk, but like being quick on your feet with these types of entries are like my favorite setups. And the difficult part about taking those is that you never know in that moment if it's an actual headline or just like heavy selling that just came in. Because if it's a real headline, you're going to get stopped. But if it's not, now you get a really nice entry. Wow, cash out legend, short NQ, 26,725. Respect. Crazy short. Cash out. Where's your stop? Oh, short two. Short two, 725. Much better. Sorry, I thought you meant short at. I'm curious to see how ES reacts here and how NQ reacts.
Yeah,
also.
ES made a new high, but NQ didn't.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful entry. Beautiful entry. Jesus. Great entry there. I do like the long on this though, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I should chill out a little bit on after I have a decent winner.
Yeah, that's what I, this year I've been getting green and then just locking myself up. If I do trade another trade, it'll be like on maybe like an account that doesn't mean as much or anything like that,
I'm going to get another coffee, let this price action kind of play out here. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so NQ is quite extended off the VWAP right now. It would be 57 points off it. So I think if you were going to get long, I think André's long was really, really nice. And then a potential another long off this area over there, right? And my algo took the long too. So, yeah. So we'll see if the algo can take the winner. Yeah, appreciate it. So the algo's in long at 731. So up about 35 points at the moment. Nice. Good stuff for those that caught the longs. Solid. We're long if we test a 15-minute order high. Yeah, that's probably your best. Yeah, I wouldn't long up at this level. I'd wait for a pullback and then get long again there like that. That's why YM is absolutely ripping. Yeah, up 300 points. I was watching Tesla. Tesla's bouncing off of the opening range low at the moment and VWAP, so that looks pretty decent for longs as well. Wouldn't mind actually potentially looking at Tesla longs. It looks pretty nice, but I've been focusing from a day trading perspective on indexes. So
I feel like Tesla's. I don't know about Tesla long right now. Doesn't seem to have the like as everything else has been pushing, it's been kind of close to the low of day. It almost made a new low of day after.
yeah.
So there is an aspect of luck here that I didn't get stopped out, but the way to combat that is to leave a wide enough stop. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to torch your account, obviously, like leaving these giant stops. But if I had just said, I'm going to leave a 25-point stop because I only want to risk 25 points, that doesn't really make sense. My stop was at orb low because orb low would have been a new low of day. And then if it did reclaim, I would have looked to get back in. Obviously not trying to be like a hindsight trader here, but I would have looked to get back in if I had gotten stopped out. But the idea here is give your trades the room to breathe. And most of the time, a 10 or 20 point stop is not going to be enough if you're trading NQ. Same thing goes for ES. If you're going to use a 2 or 3 point stop, it's too tight. Like minimum 5 points usually on ES is going to be where you want to be. Same thing with NQ. Like you just can't trade NQ with a 10-point stop. It's just too tight.
Yeah,
like it's just not tight. Like there are individual candles on a 1 minute chart that are 25 points. Like it's too tough to do that.
I agree. Yeah, the tighter your stop, the more quick your P&L is going to move as well.
Yeah. Yeah, air attackers. My goal is to get to a 6-figure portfolio for my personal accounts. If you guys use prop firms, you guys are getting payouts from the prop firms. Use that money. First of all, pay yourself, right?
Yeah.
Take the money, put it in your bank account. You also don't want to just like trade and be like, no, I got to keep grinding, Like you're doing all this work, like pay yourself, like put the money in your bank account, save up your money, like invest it or whatever, just like build a buffer in your checking account, but also use part of that money to build your own personal capital as well.
I agree. You have to pay yourself. You don't want to be building up balances in the prop firms and then all of a sudden you have a bad week or something and you give back half your gains.
So that 770 target did get hit, but my final trail was at 706. So whatever. I'm not like, honestly, like I'm not like super upset about it because I don't usually go for those larger moves. And we're getting the IB in the next 10 minutes here. Again, I'm using the daily bias template. So obviously everything except Netflix is bullish today. Let's look at what Netflix is doing actually. Wow. Wow, beat earnings by 60% and still got torched. What happened with what was their projection? Does anyone know why Netflix got crushed if they beat their earnings?
Yeah, they did. That was an interesting one. I did see that actually.
Oh wow, what a wick here. Who was in that short? Cash out. Your target was just hit.
I hope you cashed out.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how ES reacts here. So pretty similar move to what happened down here, back into the orb high on NQ. The only thing of like longing NQ right now is that it is definitely weaker than ES. Like I would want to long ES.
NQ's hitting that orb high as well. Yeah, zinc will enter now. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he is on that retracement.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Dan answered that IB25 too.
Yeah.
That was perfect IB25. If he had his order set there, he's probably in. Looking for the move up to the IB high.
Where would a good entry be now? Well, off that opening range high on the wick, but that's very quick. It was quite a quick drop down.
Yeah, you got to be fast sometimes with this stuff because if you're not, you miss some opportunities. Like this, like if I wasn't looking, like I didn't see this wick because I was looking at the Netflix earnings. If I didn't see that, I couldn't have entered it. Like I would not have taken this trade if I didn't see it on the actual flush. Like here would have been a nice place to enter too, in hindsight, obviously. But this area is interesting to me here. The thing is, where do you target now? You're in all-time highs. Like this is the part that I hate about trading in all-time highs. Like you have nothing to go off of. There's no price action. There's nothing up here. So that's the part that I really don't like. That you're just going based off of like orb multiples, or you're going based off of like extension levels of the orb. But it's tough to do that. Wow, NQ is really weaker. NVIDIA is reversing hard. Meta looks like it's reversing. Broadcom is reversing. Tesla's actually holding up.
Yeah, Tesla is. I don't hate the Tesla longs, but as I said, I've been day trading indexes. I've been swing trading stocks. So
yep. Damn, ES pushing. Why are you saying that the IB state is session closed? Oh.
it's Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin above 77K now.
ES looks like it's going to take the high here. In the next 5 minutes, we get the IB set. Yep, ES, new high of day. NQ lagging pretty hard too. NVIDIA still pushing down, Broadcom pushing down.
TSLA now back above 396.
Yeah. It's tough to try to take another trade there. I think first of all, the difficult part here is that we don't know. The targets are tough. Because you could use, technically, why do the colors look weird here? We could use multiples of the orb. So this is a perfect example of using the orb by levels. So I'm going to go to the reports. I'm going to go to the orb. I'm going to go to the by levels subreport here. And let me put on the orb quick. So ES did double break the orb, so that's very important to note. NQ did not. So what I want to do on the orb by levels report is filter for breakout days only. What you can see is days that only break the high. Let's assume that today is only going to break the high. Where are some high probability targets that we can take? If we look at the orb, we scroll down. I need to change the defaults on this, but I'm going to do show levels. High probability target 0.5. What does a 0.5 mean? Today the orb was 91 points. 0.5 is half of that, roughly 45 points. The 0.5 gets touched 90% of the time in the last 6 months on NQ. On NQ, 91% of the time, which it already did, obviously. Now the 0.8 gets touched 83% of the time. So let's move this down to 0.8, 0.8. Now you have it here. This is a good target if you're getting long. This is nice on NQ. Even though NQ is weaker, I don't really want to trade this on NQ. I would rather take it on ES, but ES did double break. So you need to consider that. Now if I go here, do the same thing. Show levels. Wow, ES is well into the high of the, well into the highs here. So what you see, I kind of want to take ES long, but I want like a bigger pullback first. But if you look at ES, breakout days. Now let's assume today is not a breakout day. It's already a double break day, but let's assume that you don't want to consider this wick. You want to use your subjective kind of thoughts here. The 1.5, let's actually see. If we go to the 1.5 breakout, 50% of the time. So we're really close to it here. But as price gets higher and higher up here, it becomes lower and lower and lower probability as a target. So something to keep in mind. It's tough to get long.
It's correct that there, yeah.
Wait, have I not been sharing my screen?
Yeah, it's also, I think if you're getting long as well, you would be taking quick scalps. I don't think you would be looking for bigger moves, at least right now. Yeah.
If anyone is, no, I did not see the tweets about NATO. What happened with NATO? By the way, guys,
Dude, I can't keep up with all the breaking news.
Dude, neither can I. Neither can I. By the way, I'm going to put the link to my Twitter here. I always post recaps of what happened with edgeful reports and the actual trading day. So if you guys want to follow on Twitter here, you'll be able to see the recaps. James, I think you're frozen, or am I frozen?
Am I
frozen here? James. There you are. Okay. You're good. You're good.
No, you're good. Yeah.
If you guys want to see recaps of the trades, I just posted my Twitter in here. If you guys are watching on Twitter, you can obviously find my Twitter there. But I'll do another breakdown of the trade today. So if you missed the breakdown of the trade here, I'll be posting it later today. But yeah, James was frozen for a second. Mike confirmed it. But
okay.
Yeah, sorry. The longs on ES were solid, but I missed this pullback and I'm not going to chase it. I would need another pullback, but I don't know how many more pullbacks you can kind of buy here. So it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Wow. There's your TP.
Yeah, my algo hit TP. There we go.
Dude, how many times has the algo lost in like the last month?
Not much.
I think it was once, actually.
Yeah, once or twice. It's been on quite a good run, I must say.
It's pretty good, huh? You didn't even have to take a trade today.
That's why I didn't even have to take a trade today. I knew I got my algo to do the thing.
Wow, NQ ripping too. Yeah, it's tough to It's tough here. It's tough. Could have gotten, in hindsight, obviously, the longs here looked solid, but I was expecting a little bit of a pullback before a move up like this. I'm assuming there was a headline.
Jeez, yeah, NQ now back at those highs, pre-market highs.
Yep. So if we go to the screener, for anyone looking to go short.
Yes, yesterday was a bit of a tricky one, Andre, because the screener was actually short because the first hour, obviously.
Yep, it happens. But yesterday was an interesting day too. There had to have been something here that happened. But either way, I mean, like, it's not going to be perfect every single day. It's just using the bias. Like if you know that this plays out 70, 80% of the time, there are going to be days where it doesn't. But
yeah.
You see the comment, James, who is a better trader, you or the algo? James is the better trader.
From if you want to add like discretional trades and get 1 or 2 trades in a day, me, but the algo definitely manages risk better than a human.
Yeah, so it's tough here. Like a move down like this would be great, but I would like a move down to like a bigger move down. But the thing is, it's just tough to get an entry right now.
No, I think on days like today, I mean, you got your long. I don't think you need to push it. You could get sparks down of 40 points, and then that's not fun, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, a really nice move. Like an average of 40 points probably on the exit. My biggest profit was 55 points. The other one was 42, and then the other one was 30. So really nice trade today, but one thing that I need to get better at is really hammering on days where I feel pretty connected to what's happening. And I wish that there was a better way to explain what that means. But James, you know those days where you're just like, the price action is just perfectly doing what you want it to do, and you could just like capitalize and capitalize. That's one thing that I need to get better at, is like doubling and tripling down on the days where I feel connected.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, geez, even the DAX is ripping.
Like, dude, the long right here, again, like, the thing is, where do you target? Like, that's the part. I hate all-time highs. I hate all-time highs because you never know where to target. You also, I'm obviously way more short biased as a trader. For anyone who like actually watches this, like, everyone knows I look for shorts like naturally. And all-time highs, like, you don't want to be the first one to step in front of the train, you know, like, you got to wait. You got to be way more selective with your shorts when you're at all-time highs. I think NQ is going to make a new high. So good trading today from the algo and from myself. James also good trading, because he knows he's not in like the right mindset to put money on, like put risk on. So that's a really important quality of a great trader.
Yeah.
Is knowing when to put risk on and when not to. Really important quality.
Not get FOMO trying to trade as well.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. Also, this is me sitting on stream watching André trade, seeing what the algo does as well. It's good for repetition as well. But not fighting the urge to have to be in the markets.
Dare Maximus, what are you looking to short? Dude. That pullback was the entry. That pullback was the entry. There it is. New high. Damn, dude. Damn. This is crazy. Tesla new. Oh, you were right on the Tesla longs.
Yeah. Tesla longs. I mean, they look good off that orb low. Just watching it on Mark and Nasdaq moving higher.
I'm not going to lie, I am getting some FOMO right now.
You're never going to catch all of the move, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude, but this has been wild. Wow. Pretty clean run, honestly. Pretty clean run. For EMA traders, I mean, like, is today your dream come true? Like, seriously? Dude, oh my God. To jump back in, you draw a line from the biggest down candle and long if retests and holds. Not really sure here. Not really sure what you mean, but I can't go long now. It's too far gone. Like this was a fantastic entry on this spike down. This was another not as good entry here. But I mean, it's pretty much 50 points of a straight vertical move. That's very hard to find an entry on.
Look at this, Andre. Look what I just got sent. Look at that.
Wow. That's sick, bro. How does it feel?
Ah, good. They're letting the South Africans in.
That's awesome, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah, so it's a 10-year.
Good.
Yeah.
$300 on 2 fundeds. That's awesome. We love to see it. Just be careful here too for anyone who is FOMOing into a trade right now. You don't want to be the one picking the top. The screener, 75% bullish. This is definitely on the top end. There's still some names that haven't broken out of the IB yet. Oof. NQ with a crazy wick. Or is that not a wick? Nope, sorry. The bottom of my box was perfectly with that wick. How easy is it to set up the algos? It is actually very simple. It'll take like, just to get familiar with how everything works at first. We're redoing this whole dashboard, but this get started page for now it has all the videos. So you have a video on setting expectations of what algo trading is like, how the backtester works. If you know how the TradingView backtester works, you can skip this. The IB algo, this is just one algo that we recommend to start with because it's pretty simple. We might just remove this, honestly, because we have the templates now. We have the algo analyzer. So if you go to the algo analyzer tab, what you can see is you upload the backtest from TradingView and you get all of the data on the strategy that you're looking at. So you can see what the profit factor is, the win rate, if there's any things that you should be paying attention to. So like performance decay over time, concentration risk of like, do you have any specific winners that make up the majority of the profits? You have a full breakdown of what weekdays work and which ones don't. So you can see this is a little bit older now, but you can see Thursdays long don't really perform well. Friday short don't perform well either. Going down again, we will tell you what is the optimal max loss for your strategy. So some of the strategies have max losses, some of them don't. It'll tell you where to set your max loss within the settings. You can see here, closing trades at this level would improve your net P&L by $1,800. 100% of trades beyond here are losers. So if you know that every trade that goes into $800 of drawdown or more is a loser, just cut it off at 800. You can see here, you would be saving $1,800 because if it goes to $1,000 or $1,200 of drawdown, it's most likely going to be a loser. So this is what will tell you that. There's time of day for the entries. You have all of the data that you could possibly need in here. We have a Monte Carlo to give you different simulations of that strategy as well. And we also have a prop firm simulator. So how likely is this strategy, and you could put any strategy in here, how likely is this strategy to pass a certain eval? So if you see, you can go to Lucid Flex, you can go to My Funded Futures, you can go to Lucid Pro, whatever, you can go Tradeify, and you can see that of the 1,000 simulations, 70% of them passed the 50K count on Tradeify Select. So 700 out of the 1,000 passed the eval. And you can see also how many of the accounts are still active after a certain number of trades. The other thing that's really key here, average trades to pass, 16. That's 1 trade per day, 16 trades to pass, average. The fastest path to pass the eval was 5. So you guys should not be looking to pass your challenges in 1, 2, 3 days or 1 week. The average here to pass is 16 days, trading days. This includes the losses. So just this will help you also set the right expectation of what to do. We also have flags if you need to size down. Your largest loss is 68% of the drawdown limit. Obviously, you're using too much size here, so you should size down. But this is on ES, not MES. So you can upload with MES, and it'll obviously automatically do everything else for you. So prop firm sim, Monte Carlo, analysis tab. You can upload any strategy, even if it's not an edgeful strategy or an edgeful algo, into this by just clicking the upload button. You can see all of the back tests. So I'll try to find one that doesn't perform well. So I obviously upload ones that intentionally don't perform so I could test how everything works. But you can see it'll tell you like the strategy needs work, like this is what works, this is what doesn't. It'll flag everything for you so you know what to change and what to trade and what not to trade. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple to set up. Wow, dude. I cannot believe this.
Yeah, we're just ripping. 850 now on NQ.
Safe to say that 770 target was hit.
Does that accept MT5 back? No, so back test on TradingView. Yeah.
We do not, but if you submit it to our support down here, you can ask for us to do that. And we do it by request. So a lot of what we do is we listen to the users, we take the feedback. We want to make sure that you guys, that we're building what you actually want. So if you want MT5, reach out here, let us know. And we build pretty much like a stockpile of people and requests to be like, okay, we should do this now. This is pretty unreal, to be honest.
Whew. YM is up 2%.
Oh, no. Oh, NVDA was down there.
Bitcoin 78K.
Dude, send it back to all-time highs, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so just looking at higher time frame, I'm gonna go to a 4 hour. I'll actually go to a 1 hour. Apple's not even close to all-time highs. NVIDIA, not so far away. Microsoft down a lot. Broadcom's close to all-time highs. Meta obviously pushing. Amazon's close to all-time highs, which is crazy to see. Google, dude, I've been talking about Google for so long.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. I've been talking about Google since here. I've been talking about how Google is undervalued since literally the 150s, 160s, publicly, on Twitter. Crazy, crazy run that it's making now.
Is Bitcoin mainly what you're putting into crypto, James, or any other? No, for now, just crypto, bro. Just crypto, just Bitcoin with my crypto portfolio. Yeah. I don't look to buy altcoins or anything like that. I buy Bitcoin and stocks.
Same. Dude, I have to say, we have been on a crazy run since we started the frame.
I think, well, from synchronized last year, I think I've had like 3 losing days on stream.
It's crazy, dude.
In 4 months.
It's unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, it's been solid.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, Dan took that 25 as expected.
Yeah. I don't know what to do here. Like I would have liked to get long here, but honestly, it's too hard to predict something like this to happen. Like you're going pretty much up and to the right. Like that's so tough. Because if you look at any of the price action, if you look at like any of these days, I'll go to a smaller time frame quickly. Like it's been happening in the last 5 days, not including yesterday. But if you look at most of the other days, it's this. It's this. It's this. It's this. Like that. Okay, this is another good example here. But like to expect a move like this to happen, to expect it, in my opinion, is delusional. To react to it is a different story. If you're going to react to something like this, that's great. But expecting a move this clean, that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, Steve, you should be able to check the algos out now. You got the 3 month. Or is that for that's just the base plan, yeah? The giveaway plan.
Also, Steve got some sneak preview. I was on the phone with Steve actually, because the algo members get calls once a month with me personally. Steve got a sneak preview at what's coming to the algo plan. It's going to be pretty revolutionary. And I'll say that nobody in the entire trading space has built what we're going to release. And I say that because I know for a fact that that is correct. The same way that nobody built edgeful when we launched it, nobody's built the analyzer that we launched. And the next thing that we're going to release, 0 people have ever done it before. And it's going to be for the algo plan.
That's sick. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll show you. Also, I'd love to failed breakdown. Is it long only? The ES failed breakdown?
Mancini mainly takes long only, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. James VWAP strats and plays saved me from mid-hitting my stop loss. Now I hit TP1 waiting for 2. There we go. Yeah, you guys know I use VWAP with the edgeful data. That's VWAP and the opening range. Great stuff.
I would really like, I mean, I can't take a long now, but if this pulls back hard into, I would need a much bigger pullback here in order to even consider getting long. But if something like this happens, then I would not be surprised if we get a little bit more of a consolidation, a move back up, consolidation, and then a move higher. I just don't think that this is enough of a pullback to justify another, call it 80 points up. Because you're never going to catch 100% of the move, you're just going to get a chunk of it. So if you are expecting a 50-point move total, you're probably not going to catch the whole thing. So you need to expect a bigger move and catch a smaller piece of it. What if price did not retrace my entry? 25 IB, already hit my target. Personally, no trade for me. Personally. Other people have different thoughts on that. But personally, no trade for me. Stronger impulses have shallower retracements. It's true. The thing is, this is pretty extended, which is the part that I'm like kind of struggling with here. That could have been the move. That could have been the entry right here. The zone that I've had plotted on NQ, that could have been the entry. I mean, if you sniped the perfect entry here, you'd be up 30 points, targeting probably high of day for 50 points. But yeah, it's probably going to happen, honestly. But the thing is, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say, to be honest, because it seems like Tesla's the only one that's like pushing everything up right now. I mean, probably Microsoft also, but Amazon, Palantir, I don't know. It's just not my style. It's not my style to get long after a move like this. And yes, did I leave money on the table today by not entering here? If you guys rewind the stream to 1027 or 1025-ish, I was saying the longs look solid. In this area here. Did I take it? No, because there was such an extended move already, but I'm okay with leaving money on the table if I don't get the type of entry that I want. Would I have made money today? Yeah, but would I have been pissed if it retraced more? Yeah. So yeah.
You had made money on a day that's, obviously it's moving one direction. You're never going to catch all of the move, no matter what. How much you'd like to.
Yeah. But even here, I mean, we got a nice pullback there for a long. But I mean, if I got long here at the 805 area, I would be taking profits here at 840. Like I would want this move to happen ASAP and not be sitting in consolidation up here if it was me. If I was long, which I am not.
Jeez, I can't believe this market is just soaring.
It's pretty good. It's good. It's better than the alternative.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, I would be taking profits here at 840-ish. Reversed, kind of stalled out. My initial target would have been high of day, but I would not want this. Like, if you're long here, don't let this go red. Don't let this go red on you. Also, really happy to hear that. Signing up for the algo plan. Just so you know, you mentioned VPS, but you don't, the edgeful algos do not require your computer to be on. I'm not sure specifically what the reference of VPS was, but you can be on an airplane with zero service, your computer can be off, you could break your computer and it'll still trigger. Because all of the servers are in the cloud. So the TradingView server is in the cloud, the edgeful server is in the cloud, and your broker is obviously running 24/7. So you don't have to have your computer on. You don't have to be logged into edgeful. You can just set it up and leave it. So I just wanted to highlight that for anyone who's interested in the algo plan. You do not have to babysit it. You can set it up and let it run for a month and then revisit in a month, re-optimize things. We have all of the analysis tools for you, so you don't actually have to do anything yourself. Like you don't have to you don't have to use Excel. You don't have to do anything. You can just go right here. You can watch the algo analyzer video. I literally go through the entire process of exactly what you should be looking at, how it works. Literally everything is going to be in this video. It's on the top right of your how to use the algo analyzer. And it's also obviously in the get started right over here. So keep that in mind. And I'll probably replace this with the 5-minute ES orb, but we also have algo templates. So for anyone who's considering the algos, we have algo templates. What are they? A foundation and a starting point to quickly get up and running with the algos. Each template includes individual settings and the performance those settings drive. What that means is, if you want to trade the orb, we have templated settings for MES orb. We have templated settings for the IB. We have templated settings for IB break-even stop. We have templated settings for the engulfing candle. So when you click on this, right, we have all the settings below here. I'm not going to pull it up right now, but we have all the settings. If you scroll down, you're going to see them. So you can see, you start to get to the area where the settings are. These are templates. They are not optimized. They are a starting point, not a finished strategy. Use them as a foundation, then adjust targets, filter to fit your risk, your position size, everything else. So for anyone who's kind of like, oh, I don't really know where to start, you don't want to have to go and look at YM, ES, NQ, anything else. Use the algo templates. These are templated settings that you'll find. You can go in here, look at them, just literally copy paste the settings that we have in here into your trading view. It'll do everything for you there. And would you recommend only one algo per prop account? What I would recommend, honestly, is to start with this one right here, the MES 5-minute orb. It's been unbelievable. I would recommend starting with that one. You can use one per account. Now wow, dude, this is unbelievable, actually.
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
You can use multiple. I wouldn't recommend to start with the multiple. Start with one, get familiar with it, and go from there. Wow, Apple is ripping. So all right, well, it's 11:04. I think it's good to wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an algo one and a discretional one.
Beautiful. Some people catching the longs today, some people catching the shorts today. Beautiful. Awesome. I hope everyone had a good day. Don't FOMO into any trades if you haven't taken any yet. Please just lock your account, close your account. I don't really care, but just be careful.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, we are super passionate. I'm almost done building something that I promise you 0 people in the trading space have ever done before. We'll obviously announce it, but I'm always looking to improve the product. So in the last month or so, I went through the entire algo flow, the onboarding flow, how it worked. Like the analyzer was part of that. The templates were part of that. We're going to launch the new get started flow as well. Then after I'm done with that and the new feature that we're going to release for the algos, I'm going to do that entire process for like all of edgeful. So going through the onboarding flow, how to make things easier, how to be able to extract the data better, fixing the reports, fixing the what's in play, fixing the screener. It's just like never ending loop of just like improving the product. And yeah, I'm very excited to see the evolution of edgeful over the rest of the year, because for those of you who have been around for a while, edgeful last year, you wouldn't even recognize it versus now.
Yeah.
If you go to the old YouTube videos, you'll see it. It's actually hilarious. Like if you go to the edgeful YouTube, most of you are watching on YouTube, but if you go to that, just scroll all the way back on the YouTube channel and you'll see like how ridiculous it was back then. And like even what the what's in play looked like back then. But yeah, edgeful is the worst today that it will ever be. It will only get better from here. So yeah, obviously super passionate about the product. This is like my child, but it was good. I enjoyed the stream today. Nice longs. I'll do a recap on my Twitter of the trade. So appreciate you guys for watching. Obviously, have a good weekend. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one, guys. Yeah, we'll see you Monday.
I'm going to end the stream now.
Yeah, there you go.